Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Invicta Specs with John the Phone Guy. Today we have model 28372, which is the women's Subaqua Sea Dragon Diamond. This is a TMI VH68 quartz movement, which takes the SR920 SW battery. This is 0.93 carat weight total on the diamonds. There are 222, all 0.9 millimeter, and this is a white mother of pearl. This is full dive rated at 20 atmospheres, 200 meters, or 660 feet, whichever your flavor is. This is a mineral crystal, so while it has good impact resistance, it can be susceptible to scratching, which just goes into how the crystal was chemically put together. So with that, we'll just kind of go into, we have our full scissor deployment, which is always a favorite of mine. I think it's got good heft and strength to it, and very good comfort as it all interlaces together. Dive class for security. This is a full high polish all the way around, so as you can see, it doesn't take that much for fingerprints to show up. So just kind of one of those things. So as we can see, we have full Subaqua. Okay, focus. There we go. It has the single crown protector, as there is no chronograph on this. Three-hand sweep movement. Torpedo style of the Sea Dragon, and of course, you know, pull it out once for day of the week, which is here at the 2 o'clock. Your 24-hour is down here at the 6, and your day of the week is up here at the 10 o'clock. And we'll put it back in. So this is I do like this VH68. It's got a good smooth movement to it. It's not too jerky as some quartz can be. Of course, you know, the star of the show here is the 3 rows of white diamonds. I've always found with every Invicta that the diamond clarity is very clean. And has good sparkle to it, so it's always done quite well. Got some fuzz on there. My apologies. I was cleaning with a cloth. It looks like I just got some smudges. Anyway, so again, white mother of pearl on the dial face. And then you got some stainless steel rings around the complications. The rehaut on this, thank you Ryan Johnson for that one, is the inner ring right here that has the 60, 5, 10, 15, 20. That's considered your rehaut, which is the piece of the dial that goes from the dial face up towards the crystal at an angle. So there we have that. And like I say, this is a Sea Dragon. It does have a little bit of a dome, not full donut shape like a Subaqua normal 1, but some. So it does add to the comfort, the high polish on this. I do like the bracelet system on this. As you can see with this center link that's screwed in, you get, especially for women's watches, because generally when you get to a certain size, it sometimes the bracelet itself kind of pinches down and doesn't allow for full movement, you know, for a smaller wrist. I will say this probably around 7.5 is probably the max that I would probably want to try comfortably. And the reason I say that is I'm just a little bit under a 7, and you can see it wants to kind of sit up a little bit because these bracelet links aren't as giving going out as they are in. So I would say, and just for perspective, so that's, I got a 7-inch wrist. So this is a 42 millimeter as I've said, and I believe the height on this is around 16 or 17. So we'll kind of throw it in there. So 16. So it is a little bit more substantial than some women's watches, but I think that kind of adds to it. The lug spacing on this is, we'll call it 26. Bracelet is 21.9. Lug to lug, we'll measure right off the center line of the screws here. So we'll go, call it 40. But like I say, because of this, it will taper down to a much smaller wrist. The links are very flexible inward, but there is some restrictiveness just generally in how this thing's put together. It'll only go so wide. So as you can see, the rest of them want to bend out, but it's made to really bend in quite a bit. So for a much smaller wrist, this will, even though it is a 42, I would say this would go down to pretty much any size wrist you would need. Like I say, the links are very flexible and you could size this thing down quite easily. It has a very nice micro adjuster, a 5-pin micro, so that's nice to have to really get the adjustment the way you like it. The move, like I said, this is I kind of like a clean 3-hand movement. You can see the hands are a sword style. This is not part of the reserve, but it is a very beautiful, fashionable watch. And so we've ran through all our measurements. Let's grab the scales here, see what she comes out at. So 6.9 ounces. Probably not too bad considering this is an all stainless steel construction. It's going to be something that's going to be substantial on your wrist, which I think kind of adds to just the general overall appearance and feel, you know, of the watch. That it's going to feel good and substantial on your wrist, which I think is probably a good thing. And that pretty much covers everything. Like I say, really nice watch. I mean, it's got a good bezel to it, you know, some distinct lines, fairly thick. I like the donut shape, the high polish. If you like high polish and you're used to constantly kind of rubbing it on your sleeve or shirt or something to kind of get all the little smudges off, and you're just kind of used to it, so it is what it is. But there we have it. That is the women's Subaqua Sea Dragon Diamond, model 28372. And with that, we'll just kind of go into, give a shout out to Smitten by Invicta on Instagram, women's fashion with an Invicta watch motif to it. Obviously, YouTube, Trap Vision 3D, and Tommy Big Time, great source of information on all things Invicta and all the different parts of that go along with it. Shopping, we do most of ours on ShopHQ and InvictaStores.com. The yellow tag sale can be a really good place for good prices. And also, of course, Facebook friends, Invictaholics, Invictacruisers, InvictaVets. As always, a good sense of family and, you know, just information about and around Invicta and glycine and all of the Invicta Watch Group products, and just everyone's, you know, general take on what they're wearing, watch of the day, all this kind of stuff. So, you know, a good place to check out if you're fairly new to the Invicta family. And as always, if you like this video or any others, please subscribe, hit the bell, and I will see you next time. And remember to enjoy your Invicta watches. As always, take care.